What's up, everybody? We're back today on a Tuesday with an update. So, if you caught yesterday's video, you may have saw that I was trying to work with the old bumper and replace that center tin. We ran into some issues when we found out that the bumper was dented. I had mentioned that I was looking for one on the local Facebook marketplace, and luckily there was one that had just been listed a day or so before. It kind of caught my eye. I saw it, but the price, it wasn't cheap. So I said, hey, I'm gonna work with the one I got. But that's before I realized that mine was dented. So I negotiated a little bit with the gentleman and was able to pick this one up. So took the drive to go get this from way out in the country, picked it up and brought it back. So as you can see, it's in much better shape. I'll try to clean it up a little bit. Hopefully this got scratches. No, that's just dirt. But yeah, the gentleman told me, this came off a nice southern car. But apparently, I guess they were planning to race it. They did something, what do you say, a ZL1 motor or something or the other. So they ended up putting an aluminum bumper on that car, and therefore they had the original steel bumper in pristine shape. So I'm happy to have it, and now we'll end up, I guess, using the other one on the blue car. So I have it here. I just kind of stuck it in front of the car, but like I said, I'm gonna wait until I have help to install it because I don't want to risk scratching the paint. And they're heavy. They're really heavy. So what I started to do was just to inventory some of my trim, since we're getting to the point to where, I'm putting things back together. And I made a disappointing discovery that I was missing quite a bit of the chrome trim that I thought I had. When I got the car, it was just a bunch of trim in the trunk and a jumbled mess. Nothing's labeled or tagged, but all the important stuff looked like it was there. So, I took that and ran with it. But when I took a deeper look today, a lot of the stuff was not there. For example, this was there, which is good. This goes here, but the piece for the other side is missing. The top windshield trim that goes right here, that's there. But there's several other pieces that are not there. On this side, like you see, all this belt molding trim is there. The other side is missing in action. This is here. It's just kind of laying in place here. The rear glass trim. Upper. Oh shit! Don't want to scratch the paint. But yeah, the upper and lower pieces of that, those trim pieces are available. But I think it's more so when we get to the passenger side where some pieces are missing. This is not there. I should have that. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna trip, okay? Because worst case scenario, this car has everything we need. But the issue with that is this car is not a parts car, so I don't want to start taking stuff apart on that to put this together. But at the end of the day, I will, because this red one is much closer to being ready to go. But again, back to what's missing. This pillar trim is all missing too, and the lower windshield trim gone. I'm like, oh my God, and best believe none of this trim is cheap. All of this stuff is expensive. So I said, okay, well, cool. I got these parts cars in the back. Let me jump outside and see what I got, if I get lucky. And as you will soon see, the cars that have the trim that would match up to that car.
Your destination is on the left.
Oh my God, I still have my GPS on. Anyway, but all that stuff is missing, right? You look back here, you can see this car has been picked clean. Trim is gone. The good thing though, this piece is here. I can use this and this off of this car. But everything else, like along the doors, all that stuff is gone. So I said, okay, cool, let's jump over and check the other 64. Similar, all that trim is gone. This is here once again, so I guess we got two options. But luckily we do have this trim, this bottom piece for the windshield. So I'll come snag that off of here. I don't know if I'm gonna do it today. I probably should since the sun is shining, but yeah, let's see, like the one, these, I don't need these pieces here because I already have that on the driver's side of the 63, but the passenger side I need. So all I'm getting at is just bad luck, you know. Majority of the pieces I need are missing. Here's something cool to look at. Big spider web. See that? Just in time for Halloween. Yeah. But anyway, so that's my dilemma. You know, I was hoping that the trim would have been here on this door. But honestly, I have a couple of more doors. I need to double check. I might get lucky and have those pieces. But you know, it's just one of those things when you're on a roll, you think you're getting ready to, you know, put everything together, and then you really take stock of it, and it's like, man, I'm missing this, I'm missing that. Unexpected setbacks, you know, things that impact the budget and slow things down. But like I said previously, this car is not on any timetable. It's no major disruption. It's just being aware. You know, I should have really took inventory as soon as I got the car and said, hey, do I really have everything before I started any major project? But that's okay. We'll get it sorted out. But that's pretty much what's happening. Man, I'm really happy with the bumper. I think that was definitely worth it, and that's going to look real good on the car. Nice, shiny front bumper. The back bumper is going to look nice too. I just got to spend some time and clean it up. Maybe, honestly, that's probably what I'll do today. To start cleaning up the rear bumper because I need to throw that on too. But yeah, that's where we're at. So yeah, soda cookie crumbles. Live and we learn. You think you have everything, and then you find out, shit, I wasn't paying close enough attention. But that's all right. I'm not gonna trip off of it. On that note, guys, I think we'll just, yeah, I'm just gonna probably tackle these bumpers, man. Let me take a good look at these and figure out which one is right for the car and which one has the is in the best shape, and start changing that center tin on it if necessary. Because I can't remember that this one looks like it's okay. Might just be dirty, so I'll take a look. We'll see. Clean up the bumper and get that thrown behind the car and ready to go. And yep, plan for what we'll do later in the week. That's it for now, guys. I'm your host, Shawnee C, here at Motor City Customs. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel. If you like the content, please hit that like button. And yeah, just stay tuned. I'll be bringing you more and more as we make progress, and even as we run into issues like we have here today. It's bittersweet, you know, we got a new bumper, but it's like, damn, now we need to go find a bunch of trim. Yeah, it's what it is, guys. But yeah, stay tuned. Talk to you guys again in the very near future. Motor City Customs, Shawnee C, out of here. Hey, all right, guys. So, I want to give you a small update. So, you may remember when we were looking at this door earlier and talking about trim. I was like, yeah, I'm missing this trim for this particular door. I had the one piece that goes here, but it was in really rough shape. Let me see, where did I put it? There it is. Yeah, so you can see somebody taped it off at one point and painted a car, maybe even this car, primed it, but it just looks rough as hell, right? So I looked around and I found that I had, a couple of parts doors here, and this one had the trim that I need on there. So it had it had this piece in clean shape. So I already taken that off and got that chilling right here. I got to clean it up a little bit. And I took off the other one as well. This one gave me a hard time. They have very small screws that hold them in 2 spots. And one of the screws was just rusted out, man. So I had to drill it out. But I successfully got the piece off. And I'm gonna go ahead and install both pieces on this door. Because every little piece of bright work / trim that goes back on makes the car look better, You see, just like that, that brings out the door and ties in with the mirror, etc. So, for the most part, I was just taking it slow today. But, yeah, I decided I'm going to go ahead and throw that on. I also threw the bumper up on some blocks. Looks like it tipped over a little bit, but I was just trying to get a better idea what it's going to look like. And you guys can start to see that, too. It's going to look really good. Gonna look really good. So, yeah, let me go ahead and throw this door trim on, and then I'll come back and show you guys how much better the door looks. Peace. Yo, all right, guys. So we got the trim on there now. That looks a little bit better. And I even threw the vent window in there. So, looks a little bit more complete. At least we got something done, Something is better than nothing. Straighten the bumper out a little bit. But, yeah, man, I can't wait to get the bumper on there now because that bumper is clean. Really glad I went and got that, because that's really, things like that make all the difference in how the car looks when it's such a large piece and it's all nice and chrome. For example, here's the other one. That big dent, that would have been an eyesore. And, this chrome would have cleaned up a bit, and with that new center section, it wouldn't have looked too terrible, but that dent would have jumped out at you, right? It's in a prominent spot. So, yeah, I take this over that any day. And I'm sure once I clean this off, it's really going to shine up nice. It looks like an almost new bumper. It's pretty clean for an original bumper, because this is not a remanufactured bumper. This is all original. It's a plus. It came with all the brackets and that reinforcement bar, etc., because that's usually hard to find. I mean, we got it on the other one, but 2 is better than none, especially when we got 2 cars. So, yeah, that's it, man. Once again, let's take another quick look at the passenger side. So, yeah, I'm happy. See, that's why it's good to have parts around. Sometimes I say, man, why are you hoarding all these parts? Or what are you buying parts cars for? Because just like that, man, we were able to solve a dilemma there where we were missing some trim and didn't realize in the beginning. And we're only finding it now on reassembly. So happy that worked out. And, I mean, the other pieces we're missing, worst come to worst, we'll just borrow them from this car and replace them at a later date. But I'll check around. I also have friends who have these kind of cars and parts cars, etc. So maybe I'll be able to find something local for a very reasonable price. So we'll see. Rest assured, it's going to come together and be a complete car before summer 2025, God willing. As long as it's in my possession and I'm working on it, that's the plan. This car will be ready. It's going to be ready winter 2025, So it's all light work left. Most of the stuff that we're awaiting now is just because it costs money. And I just right now can't afford to invest a whole lot into this car. The holidays on the horizon. We're still in a global recession, etc. But anyway, that's it for now, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Motor City Customs, Shawnee C out.